Major breaking news now. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested singer David Burke for the murder of Celeste Rivas.
The singer David, the rising music star and a TikTok music hit making sensation, has been arrested for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Let's actually get right into the news coverage of this. This is a horrible story, and I feel sorry for the family. This young lady shouldn't have lost her life like this. This is egregious. So let's take a look at the news coverage.
Major breaking news now. Detectives from the Los Angeles Police Department Robbery Homicide Division have arrested singer David Burke for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Burke is being held without bail. The case will be presented to the DA's office on Monday for filing consideration. You may remember, and we've been reporting, Rivas's body was found in the trunk of David's car in September of last year. She was only 14 years old. Again, this breaking news just into our newsroom. We're working to get more information, and we'll continue to follow this story.
We do want to go ahead and bring in now ABC's Alex Stone on the phone to speak more about this case. Alex, you've been following this from the very beginning. What can you tell us as far as this breaking information goes this afternoon?
Well, Mark and Michelle, sources are telling us that this is based off of evidence that the LAPD was able to gather and put together and now is going to be presenting to the LA County DA for a filing decision on Monday. This was not from any kind of indictment. We know that the case had gone to a grand jury. It was expected that there might be an indictment coming sometime soon. We were thinking in the last couple of months or in the next few weeks. This was not from that. We are told that this is evidence that they have been compiling going back to when her body was found last September, that now they have reached a point where they believe they have probable cause, and it's gone to the DA.
All right. And so a lot of people wondering, so many things seem to point to him. Why did it take them this long to make the arrest? We know they're pretty methodical about how they do things, but.
Yeah, it's a good question. One of the things that they were waiting on, Mark, was the cause of death. And that there was difficulty reaching that cause of death, not to get too graphic, but her body was in multiple parts. It was in, we know from court documents, 2 different body bags in the front trunk of that Tesla when her body was found. So it was difficult for the medical examiner to determine the cause of death. So they had to prove or be able to show to the DA that she was murdered, that it wasn't something else where, let's say that she overdosed and then somebody freaked out and put her body in that trunk. They have to be able to prove that it was murder. They now believe that they can do that.
All right.
Yeah, we also know, David, as many entertainers do, had an entourage of people around him at times. I know some other individuals have been considered as drivers of this vehicle or either around. Any information on possibly how this could impact other people that David was around that also may have been around Celeste Rivas?
Michelle, we don't know yet, and if there are any other arrests that are going to be coming in this case. We know that there were a number of witnesses who came and testified in front of the grand jury, again, that this was not an indictment, that this is probable cause that the LAPD put together and moved forward on. But during the grand jury proceedings, which are secret as they're ongoing, that there were a number of other people who came forward, those who are close to David, friends of David, family members of his were subpoenaed to go in front of the grand jury. So if there are other arrests that could be coming, we don't know. But as of right now, he is the only one that we know of under arrest.
All right. Singer David under arrest. Alex Stone, ABC News.
So the singer David is under arrest. So there's no indictments at this time. This is a beautiful young lady, and I'm a father of a beautiful young lady. So situations like this they upset me because I'm a dad, and I can just imagine what this family is going through. So she was reported missing at the age of 14. Now, allegedly, her and the singer David were dating. So let's go ahead and go through the timeline of this, because I actually did a reaction to this last year when this was reported. So let's go ahead and do a timeline. So the family, Celeste Rivas's family, reported her missing in 2024. At this stage, there was no confirmed crime, just a missing persons report. And then September of 2025, a decomposed body was found in a Tesla registered to David Anthony Burke, who's known as David, spells it D4VD. The vehicle was discovered at a tow yard after an odor complaint. Victim later identified as Celeste Rivas. The cause of death initially unclear due to decomposition. Okay, so fast forward at the investigation stage, late 2025, early 2026, police execute search warrants of his home and digital evidence. Grand jury involvement begins. Investigation expands to digital footprint, relationships, timeline, and reconstruction. No immediate arrest despite vehicle connection. Now, I want to say that people on social media they had already adjudicated this situation and said that David unalived this beautiful young lady. Now, this is alleged, so there's no indictments right now. He's just been arrested on probable cause. So let's continue. So now the arrest was April of 2026. LAPD arrests David on suspicion of murder. He's held without bail. The case is sent to the district attorney for formal charges. So I want to go ahead and get to the next news clip. So as you can imagine, this is making national news and international news. Because, I mean, think about this story. This is a young woman. She went missing at 14. Allegedly, she was dating this star, up-and-coming star, 20 years old, very popular, especially on TikTok, from what I understand. And it just makes you scratch your head. Like, you know, you're 20-something years old, and the world is yours, man. You are a success. And why in the world would you date someone this young, allegedly, because this was going on for a while, that this guy who's just 20-some years old dating this 14-year-old or 15-year-old. Why even do something like that? First of all, it's against the law, for one. Two, you are a star. Even if you're not dating her, it's to the perception, right? Even if you wasn't. Now, this is alleged, of course, but even if you wasn't, it looked like that in the eyes of the public. So now you have this situation, and he's got a song that a lot of people believe is a confession. They think that he confessed in this song, or I'm not sure the timeline of the song. I wasn't a fan of this guy before. I just heard about him when this situation had occurred with her. Even though one of his songs I actually heard, but I didn't know who it was. So anyway, so a lot of people believe one of his songs is a confession. They've been saying this on X, Twitterverse, for over a year now. So let's get to the other news coverage of this.
In a case we've been following, singer David has been taken from his Hollywood Hills home in handcuffs.
Police have arrested him on suspicion of murder of that teenage girl, Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Mario Ramirez live with the details on all of this. Mario.
Bob, Jen, a major break in the case. It's been just over 2 years since Celeste Rivas Hernandez's family reported her missing, 7 months since the body was found at that Hollywood tow yard. And now police say the singer, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, is now suspected in the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Her body in pieces and badly decomposed, found in the front trunk of a Tesla registered to the singer after tow yard workers reported a strong smell. And that discovery made in September, just days after what would have been her 15th birthday. Celeste from Lake Elsinore had been reported missing in April of 2024 when she was just 13 years old, and her family believes that she had been dating Burke, who was 20 at the time. Investigators say that Tesla was abandoned for weeks in the Hollywood Hills near a home Burke rented before it was towed, and according to investigators, Celeste may have been dead for weeks before her body was discovered. Now, David's defense attorneys maintain his innocence. They released a statement to Fox 11 saying In part, quote, the actual evidence in the case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death, end quote. Now, back out here to our live shot property, records show the singer actually was renting this Hollywood Hills home for about $20,000 a month, and it quickly became a key part in that months-long investigation. We can tell you that no charges have been filed, and the singer is behind bars this morning, no bail. The case now heads to the district attorney's office. It'll be presented to prosecutors on Monday, who will decide how to move forward. Live in the Hollywood Hills this morning, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there, Mario, because David's attorneys are pointing out that there has been no grand jury indictment, no other discovery that they have seen to send this thing to a grand jury.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it'll be up to prosecutors here on Monday, from what we're hearing, to go through the evidence, the timeline, evidence that was collected here from the home and that Tesla registered to Burke, to find out if they do, in fact, have enough to move forward with criminal charges.
Yeah, and that huge time gap between when she went missing and when her body was found, too. All right, Mario, thank you.
So David is saying that the actual evidence in the case will show that David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and he was not the cause of her death. Now, that's interesting the way that's worded. He's not the cause of her death. I wonder if he knows. Let's just play hypothetical. Let's just say he did not commit this, because you are innocent until proven guilty. But there's a lot of people who've already adjudicated that this man is guilty. But let's just say, for hypothetical, he's not guilty. There's a good chance that he knows what happens to her. And maybe they freaked out and I don't know, this is straight out of a movie or straight out of a TV series, that they chopped her body up and put it in multiple bags and left it in a Tesla. This sounds crazy. And if my memory serves me correctly from covering this previously, the Tesla was left on the street for quite some time. And then people were complaining about it, and eventually the city came and towed it. And then the odor was so bad at the tow yard that they had to go and look to see where this odor was coming from. And then that's when they found the body of Celeste Rivas in the Tesla. So leave me some comments. Let me know what you guys think about this story. This is, man, it's unconscionable, because no one wants to see stuff like this happen, especially to a young person, because this is someone's daughter. Now, obviously, she was having some trouble at the home because she ran away at 13, and then maybe she was super enamored with this guy. Now, they're saying allegedly they dated, so who knows? There has been a lot of people on social media that have said that they were dated or they've been seen out and about. Who knows? But I mean, if she went missing at 13, like the gentleman said, wow, to me, that's crazy. It is crazy as hell. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this egregious act